For as long as I can remember, I have been aware that I'm not a giving person, not a very giving person. And whenever an opportunity came to give money or gifts or whatever, I would always think, what's the least amount that I can give and get away with it? And it wasn't comfortable for me to give. I didn't like giving. It made me feel uncomfortable. Sometimes I was resentful, and sometimes I'd be irritated. And I live with a man who's a giver. Bernie's a very giving man. He has a gift of giving, and I would often get angry when he would give what I thought was too much. And this all came to a head about a year ago. I was in a Bible study at Living Hope, and we were looking at Ananias and Sapphira. And the leader asked, does anybody identify with Ananias and Sapphira? You know, they withheld some money and didn't give it all. And I said, I do. I relate to them because I'm stingy. And it was hard for me to admit that, but I admitted it, and it seemed like that really opened the door for the Lord to begin speaking to me about it. And I asked him about it. I said, why am I like this? Why am I so stingy? And no, it's not you. And why am I like this? And my mind went to a memory of when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and my mother gave me $1 to go to the fair. And in those days, 1944, $1 was a lot of money. So I took this and went to the fair, and I didn't spend anything on myself. I didn't buy any cotton candy. I didn't go on any rides. I didn't go to the sideshows. I didn't do anything, but I saw this tent, and in it they had these gifts. And I went in and I bought this little box, this little wooden box from my mother. I spent the whole buck on it. And I couldn't wait to see how delighted she would be with this wonderful gift. So I took it home and gave it to her, and her reaction was less than stellar. It was nothing, not a zero, zilch, nothing. She just kind of brushed it off, and I was devastated. I was crushed, and I was very hurt. And the Lord pointed out to me that is where I began to believe a lie about myself and about the situation. And the lie that I believed in that place was, you're a fool. You're a fool to deny yourself and to give it all to somebody else. You're just a fool. And then I asked him, what is the truth of this situation? What is the truth here in this place? And he told me, he said, I was there when you gave this gift, and I saw your heart, and your heart was a giving heart, and the enemy stole that from you. And he gave you this lie that don't ever do this again. Don't ever do this again, because you will get hurt. And I have believed this lie my whole life, not consciously, but experientially. I mean, I experienced this, and I didn't know that I believed this lie until the prayer ministry. And the Lord spoke to me, and he said, I was there, and I received that gift from you. And it was as precious to me as the alabaster box that was broken and poured out for me. And it brought me a lot of joy. And that just resolved, it just set me free that this gift was not in vain, that the Lord, I had done it unto the Lord. He had seen my heart, and he gave me back a giving heart. And he transformed me from the inside out. And I knew this had happened about a week later when we were leaving church, and Chad had preached about giving to the church for the building program. And I said to Bernie, how much do you think we should give? And I had a thought in my head, and he told me what he thought, and I just laughed, and I said, my figure is 10 times more than yours. And for me, that was, I thought, God has done it. He has transformed my heart, because I'm out giving the giver in my family. And since then, I have realized the truth of the Lord loves a cheerful giver, because I have become one. And the Lord put us since then in a place where we can be more generous and we can give. And He prepared my heart for that. And I am just thankful to Him for the prayer ministry and what it's done for me in this area of my life and in many other areas as well, because He's transformed me in many parts of my soul through this prayer ministry. And I give Him thanks.
Just give me about 5 or 6 seconds of this.